Have you ever wondered why your brain remembers that one harsh comment from years ago, but struggles to recall the compliments you received yesterday? It's absolutely mind-blowing how our memory works. We can forget a birthday party from last month, but that embarrassing moment from high school? Crystal clear, playing on repeat like a broken record. Today I'm going to blow your mind with the real science behind why your brain is basically a professional grudge holder. And trust me, once you understand this mechanism, you'll never look at your memories the same way again. Friends, write in the comments where you're watching us from, and hit that like button if you want to find out what's the most unexpected thing about how our memory actually works. So picture this. You're scrolling through your phone, and suddenly, bam! Your mind drags you back to that time your boss criticized your presentation in front of everyone. Why does this happen? Here's where it gets absolutely crazy. Your brain isn't broken. It's actually working exactly as evolution designed it. But here's the terrifying part. Your brain has this incredible system called the amygdala. Think of it as your personal bodyguard who never sleeps, never takes breaks, and definitely never forgets a face that wronged you. When something negative happens, your amygdala literally floods your system with stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, norepinephrine, creating what scientists call a flashbulb memory. But here's what absolutely shocked me when I first learned this. Positive experiences barely register on this system. It's like your brain is wearing noise-canceling headphones for joy. Dr. Rick Hansen, a neuropsychologist, puts it perfectly. He says positive experiences are like Velcro for negative experiences, but like Teflon for positive ones. Everything good just slides right off. Think about your last job interview. I guarantee you remember every single awkward pause, every question you stumbled on. But do you remember the moments when you nailed an answer perfectly? This negativity bias is so powerful that researchers found it takes 5 positive interactions to counteract just one negative experience. 5 to 1. Can you believe that ratio? But wait, it gets even more fascinating. And this is where the story takes a completely unexpected turn that might actually give you hope. Scientists at Stanford University discovered something revolutionary. They found that people who understand this bias can actually rewire their brains. It's called neuroplasticity, and it's absolutely game-changing. Here's the secret weapon that changed everything for me. It's called the savoring technique, and when I tell you it works, I mean it literally rewrites your neural pathways. But here's what's absolutely incredible. When you deliberately savor positive moments, you're literally fighting millions of years of evolution. You're becoming the architect of your own mind. I started practicing this technique 6 months ago, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it completely transformed how I experience life. Those random moments of gratitude, they stick now. But there's another layer to this that's even more mind-blowing. Researchers discovered that traumatic memories aren't actually stored the same way as regular memories. They get fragmented. This fragmentation is why trauma survivors often can't remember certain details, but other parts remain painfully vivid. It's like your brain took a precious vase and shattered it to protect you. The fascinating part? This same fragmentation happens with intense positive experiences too, but in reverse. Instead of shattering to protect, they fragment because they're so overwhelming, your brain doesn't know how to process them. Think about the birth of your child, your wedding day, or that moment you achieved something you dreamed about for years. You remember fragments. A smile, a feeling, a sound, but never the complete picture. But not just any gratitude journal works. Most people write, "I'm grateful for my family," and wonder why nothing changes. That's like trying to paint a masterpiece with a broken brush. The technique that actually works is called granular gratitude. Instead of general statements, you need to be ridiculously specific. Instead of grateful for family, try grateful for the way my daughter laughs when she's surprised. This specificity forces your brain to actually relive the moment, which triggers the same neural pathways as the original experience. You're literally giving yourself a double dose of happiness. But here's the plot twist that changes everything. What if I told you that your worst memories might actually be your greatest teachers? Dr. Mary Lamia, a clinical psychologist, discovered that people who learn to reframe their negative memories don't just heal from them. They become incredibly resilient, like emotional superheroes. The secret isn't forgetting the bad stuff or pretending it didn't happen. The secret is changing the story you tell yourself about what happened. Were you a victim? Or were you learning something crucial? I learned this the hard way when my business failed spectacularly 3 years ago. For months, I replayed every mistake, every bad decision, every moment of humiliation. My brain was stuck in this toxic loop. Then something incredible happened. I started asking different questions. Instead of, "Why did this happen to me?" I started asking, "What did this teach me that I couldn't have learned any other way?" That shift in perspective didn't just heal the wound, it turned that failure into my greatest strength. Now when I face challenges, I have this unshakable confidence because I know I can survive anything. Here's the most powerful technique I've ever discovered for reprogramming your memory bias. And it's going to sound almost too simple to work, but trust me on this. Every night before bed, write down 3 specific good things that happened that day. But here's the crucial part. For each one, write why you think it happened. That resistance you feel? That's actually proof it's working. You're literally rewiring millions of years of evolutionary programming. Of course it feels strange. You're becoming superhuman. The transformation doesn't happen overnight. Scientists say it takes about 66 days to form a new neural pathway. But here's the amazing part. You'll start feeling different within the first week. But here's the final twist that brings everything full circle. Those negative memories that used to haunt you, they don't disappear, but they lose their power over you completely. You realize that your brain's negativity bias, this thing that felt like a curse, was actually preparing you to become incredibly strong. Every painful memory was training for this moment of transformation. So the next time your brain serves up that embarrassing memory from years ago, smile and thank it. Thank it for trying to protect you, then gently redirect it to something beautiful that happened recently. Your brain has been your overprotective parent, but now it's time to teach it that the world has beauty worth remembering too. And trust me, once you start this journey, there's no going back to the old way of thinking.